What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We've got a Bestechman knife that we're going to be looking at today. So this is one that we got in a box in the pass around group a couple days ago. Opened it up in the car, and now we're going to actually dive into it a little bit further. And this one I was actually pretty excited about for a budget knife. So before we get too far into that, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to our channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. We're going to continue to post content, so hit the little bell icon, and that'll let you know when we're posting the content. You can also head over to Instagram and like us at Work Knife Balance. If you send us a knife to review or something, we'll send you back one of these sweet stickers and your knife or whatever you send us to review, and just as a thank you for sending that in and everything. It's a great way to communicate with us too, so let us know what you liking about the channel, what you don't like, how we can help, what we can do more of. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the knife because that's why y'all are here. It's what you want to see more than anything. You don't want to just hear me ramble for no reason. Alright, so this is the Bestechman Mini Dundee, and I have to say I was severely impressed with this knife. I don't know if Bestechman is doing their own stuff or if they're OEM through someone else or whatnot. I didn't really do too much look into them. I just kind of looked into the knife more than anything else, and I saw a couple other Bestechman out there that were pretty sweet. But this is the PVD coated gray G10 Bestechman Mini Dundee. So right off the bat, ergos are phenomenal. Feel really good, especially for a small knife. I was impressed with the way that they put this together. There is not necessarily a contour, but some like deep chamfering on the edges, which gives it that kind of contoured look and feel. If you can see that, so you get the kind of deep chamfering on the edges, so you get that contoured look and feel to the knife, which made those ergos a lot better than having hard edges and just a flat knife in your hand. So felt really good, feels fantastic as it comes through. The jimping on this, initially I thought it was going to be too small. You can kind of see the jimping itself is pretty small, but it was enough to kind of slice through some paper and everything. It didn't do a hard test on it or anything like that, just kind of wanted to see how it felt slicing paper and all that stuff, and it was good. I would like to see this go up about another ½ inch, quarter inch, something like that, and give you just a little bit more. Because it's a smaller knife, you naturally kind of in pinches want to go further up here. Holding it, kind of want to put your thumb a little past it where you're half on the jimping, half off. But I feel like that's a common complaint on almost every knife. The action, as you can see right there, is really, really nice. You just kind of break the detent, and then it works its way all the way down. It's light baby shakes, and this is kind of a controlled shaking stop. Not a guillotine by any means. Once it hits that thumb or your nail, it slows itself down, but then just some baby adjustments, agitation, and this thing collapses, which is absolutely beautiful and amazing. We'll go ahead and do some measurements real quick while we got it out here, and then we'll do some size comparisons. Overall length, we're looking under 7 inches, so we're going to pay 6.9 on the overall length. For the blade length, we're looking at 2.8 with a cutting edge of about the same 2.8. So blade length under 3 inches is really nice. Definitely a small knife, a compact knife for sure. Gonna go ahead and put the Ontario Rat 1 up top there, kind of eclipsing it and showing everyone that it is not a big knife. And then you've got the Rat 3 down below. Sorry, Rat 1 up top, Rat 2 down below. Man, my numbers are just all off today. Numbers can be tricky. So as you can see, it is actually a little bit smaller than that Rat 2 there. So it is definitely a compact knife. That Rat 2 is kind of a lot of people's EDC, really go-to knife to recommend. RIP Ontario Knife Company. But with this being a little bit smaller than that, that'll give you a good size comparison so you see what you got going on there. We'll do the Para 2 up top and the Para 3 down below. Another really common knife that y'all probably have in your collection, so you can see the comparison to those right there. I think the best comparison is going to be that Rat 2, just showing that side by side. The Rat 2's got a little bit of different ergos, obviously. A similar blade shape, just more narrow on the Mini Dundee, but it is definitely going to be the closest comparison there. Off the bat, D2 steel right here, O-step Hell design, which is kind of cool. I'm pretty sure, I didn't look into it, I said I was going to look into it. I'm pretty sure Ostepel did the Borzoi, the O-Knife Borzoi, which we had in here a while ago, and I really liked that one. And this one's very similar, just it seems a little bit smaller than that. I wish I had both those side by side, but that one's another pass around that I already passed on, so I don't have that one here. But ambidextrous pocket clip, so it is recessed in there, so it's going to sit flush nice, and you don't have the little rounded screw tops either. They're going to be flat, so they kind of flush themselves down there, and it is ambidextrous, so you can put it on either side, which is nice there. You got good retention on that pocket clip, don't have to worry about it. This did come centered, which is nice. It's good to see a knife that is in the center and really well done, and like I said, that action is phenomenal. They did give you access to that lock bar, so you've got some pretty easy access to that lock bar there, which is nice. And it is a recessed or inset liner lock as well. And I like that because it just makes the knife, it adds a little bit more premium to the knife. It's not chunky, it's not fat. Then I know some people like it. Personally, I think aesthetically, not having those lines on the inside from the liner lock makes it look better, and it feels better in hand because it's not extra wide in your pocket or anything like that as you're carrying it. Yeah, these come in at about $50. I've seen them anywhere from 50 to 60 depending upon which variation of color and blade you have. They've got satin blades. I think I saw a stonewash blade, PVD colored gray and black blades, and then a bunch of different colors on the scales. They've got like a white, a black, an orange, a green, a gray, a teal, a blue, a red. So I think I've seen a lot of different colors on Amazon that you can get from there. I'll go ahead and post a couple of those links down below so you can see some of my favorite color schemes and designs. But the one thing I thought was pretty cool is with so many colors and stuff out there, you could actually get two and do some customization to them. You could get the white and RIT dye it yourself and do some cool customization there, or you can get a black with red and do like a Black Widow, or get the white with one of the black blades and do a Stormtrooper and whatnot. So you can kind of customize them with all the different options you got out there. You do have to buy 2 knives or 3 knives or whatever you need to customize it out how you want, but then you have one really sweet knife that you put together for $100, which isn't too bad if you think about it, putting your own hands on something and working and getting it together. This is sitting on caged ball bearings, so it has a ball bearing pivot deploy, which is really nice. So that detent right there is snappy and snaps itself out. Textured G10, we'll go ahead and look at the texturing some. It's not anything on the chamfering, but on the top here, it's got texture, but it's not amazing. I will say some of the other texture, I mean, it's enough, it's good. I will say it's good. It's not my favorite texture, but it is good. I think O-Knife does texturing a little bit better in one of the knives that we recently reviewed. The texture on that was, I think it wasn't the Freeze. Oh man, what was it? The Chital. The Chital had a really nice texture to it. The detent you can slowly push and fail. I'm trying to see if I can get it to do it. I did it the other day when I was messing with it, but the detent you can make it fail, but it's snappy enough. It's a weaker detent, so you can fail it on purpose if you need to, but just deploying it, you're not going to have to worry about it or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. We're hitting 9 minutes, so we'll go ahead and just end it there. Like I said, we'll put those links down below. If there are Amazon links, they do support our channel. We greatly appreciate the support. If they're not Amazon links, they're not going to support us, but we'd love for you to still use them anyways to get the knives that you want and that you would like to have in your collection. So, yeah. Until next time, TTFN.